Let's talk about the worst advice found in the Bible. Now let's be clear, it's really the worst advice pastors love to give married couples as they misapply some really good advice in the Bible, but you know what I mean. Here's the worst advice from a commonly misapplied Bible verse, and here's what it really means. Oh, and bonus, here's the 3 things that have helped me resolve conflict in my own marriage. Don't let the sun go down on your anger. It's what the Apostle Paul says to a young church in Ephesus. Don't go to bed mad. Now that's what young pastors mistakenly say to young married couples. Paul was speaking to a new church that was filled with people from 2 very different groups, and they had major hostility towards each other. They're truly enemies. And then pastors often apply it to partners who had lovingly agreed to be one another's support system, but often find themselves in conflict, sometimes feeling hostility instead of love. The heart of the Bible's message is the same for both audiences. Both those who were once enemies who need to learn to love one another, and for those who love one another who need to learn to deal with common relational conflict. The Bible's not being literal. It's not saying that all conflict must be resolved before the day's end. It's a figure of speech telling us to make relational peace the highest priority of our day. And that's great advice. Make it your highest priority today to work towards relational peace in all of your relationships, with your partner, with your enemies, with your coworkers, friends, kids, neighbors, whomever. But here's why it's okay to go to bed angry. Sometimes you need some time just to calm down. Before you can resolve relational strife, you need to let your heart calm down. When you get into an argument, your heart speeds up and your brain slows down. You don't think straight, and emotions take the driver's seat. You can often say things that you don't mean, but they're exactly what you feel in the moment. But emotions are temporary. However, words can be remembered forever. So sometimes when tempers flare, emotions run high, and there's no way out of the argument, the only way to make a repair is to take a time out. And if it's late and you're tired, sometimes you need to just go to bed. But here's the thing. When you wake up the next morning, you need to make it your top priority to resolve the conflict and make peace. Top priority. You don't go to bed angry, then never talk about it again. Hiding under the covers is even worse than sweeping it under the rug. Instead, when your heart's racing and your emotions are running out of control, do these 3 things. Number 1, tell your partner you need some time to calm down. Number 2, reassure them that you're asking for a little break only because you want to get back on the same team. And number 3, promise them that you will revisit the conflict soon and set a time, at least 30 minutes later, but less than 30 hours later if you can help it. Extra tip, during that 30-minute break, do something that distracts you. I used to try and take a walk, but the whole time I'd just be building my argument and I would never calm down. Playing guitar is my new favorite. I concentrate on what I'm playing, the music is soothing, and within 30 minutes, I'm good to go. When it's late and I'm exhausted, sometimes taking a nap for 8 hours gets the job done all the same. I often find that after taking some time out, I'm able to see things a lot clearer. I recognize that the fight isn't as big as I was making it. I'm able to take responsibility for my part and apologize with sincerity, and I'm able to forgive. You know, shortly after Paul tells the church in Ephesus to make relational peace their top priority, he then instructs them, be kind and compassionate to one another. Forgive each other just as Christ God forgave you. Sometimes you need a little break before you're able to be kind, compassionate, and forgiving. Sometimes you need to disregard well-meaning pastors who give bad advice, and you just need to work it out in the morning. If you like this video, please help me out by liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing with friends. I'm committed to creating weekly inspiration to become fully alive. Stay in touch with me and follow me on Facebook and Instagram, or come visit me in person at my church, Friends Orange. If you want to contact me, you can find that information at jhewitt.org.